guys, this is the RetrofloraPodcast. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Charmy, and we're just two crazy sisters with an opinion and a channel.
If you like true crime, conspiracies, and supernatural crap, then this is your channel. Well, welcome back.
It's August! Did we say it last time?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is August, you guys, and honestly, August is going pretty fast. Now that I think about it, we're mid-August. So, guess what I just discovered? You guys know my bestie is Reddit, love Reddit. And I just discovered the creepypasta Reddit thread. You know, Charmy loves a freaky fettuccine.
Freaky fettuccine, spooky spaghetti, paranormal penne.
So, I found two stories, and I think they're actually recent. And of course, we're going to give credit because these people write amazing stories. And, Okay, so our first story comes from user nearby-rub2569, and
what the heck is that name?
We'll link the story and we'll link the link in
the description.
Thank you. This story was posted 2 days ago, and it's called "Don't Subscribe."
Okay, I won't.
Right, you don't have to tell me twice. I should have known something was wrong when I couldn't find the channel again after I subscribed. It started 3 weeks ago when I was deep in one of those late night YouTube rabbit holes. I understand those. I definitely can relate to them rabbit holes. I'd be going down them, especially in the conspiracy theory subject. You know the kind. You start watching cooking videos and somehow end up on conspiracy theories about missing people. Yeah, see? I was clicking through recommended videos when I saw it. A channel called Watching You 24/7 with exactly 66 subscribers.
What?
Red flag right there. The red flag, that was two red flags right there. 66 subscribers, and what is it? Watching You 24/7 is definitely warning.
Wait, 666 subscribers?
Yes.
That's not a lot of subscribers compared to the other big ones.
Well, it's more than we have, so I guess we should shut up. The thumbnail was just a black screen with white text that read, "Subscribe for exclusive content." No profile picture, no channel banner, no description. The only video uploaded was titled, "Welcome New Subscriber," and had been posted just seconds ago, which was weird because I hadn't subscribed yet. Curious, I clicked on the video. It was completely silent, just 30 seconds of what looked like security camera footage on an empty living room. The furniture was outdated, covered in dust, and there was something off about the lighting that made my skin crawl. Right before the video ended, I could swear I saw something move in the peripheral darkness. Without thinking about it, I hit subscribe. The counter jumped to 667. Then the video disappeared. When I refreshed the page, the entire channel was gone. No search results, no browser history, nothing. Like it had never existed. I forgot about it until the next morning when I was getting ready for work. I was brushing my teeth when I noticed something in the bathroom mirror. A dark figure standing behind me. When I spun around, nothing was there. Just my towels hanging on their hooks. The incident started small. Shadows moving wrong, peripheral visions playing tricks, the feeling of being watched while I was alone in my apartment. I chalked it up to stress and too much caffeine, but then things escalated. I came home from work on Thursday to find my laptop open on the kitchen table. I always shut it down and put it away. The screen showed my YouTube homepage, but there was a new notification. Watching You 24/7 has uploaded a new video. My hands shook as I clicked on it. The title was Living Room Day 3, and the thumbnail showed my apartment. My actual apartment, filmed from an angle that should have been impossible, like the camera was floating near my ceiling. The video was an hour long. It showed me sleeping on the couch the night before, when I had fallen asleep watching Netflix. But in the video, there were things in my apartment that hadn't been there in real life. Dark shadows lurking in corners, pale faces pressed against windows, something tall and wrong standing at the foot of my couch just watching me sleep. The comments were all from accounts with random letter number combinations. He doesn't see us yet. Soon. The 100th subscriber gets the special prize.
Okay, wait. He doesn't see us yet you took a video and then sent it to me, so I know now. And also, when you said pale faces, it reminded me of Twilight and those pale faces.
Yeah, but imagine them pressed up against your window. No, y'all need to go stalk Bella or something. I tried to unsubscribe, but there was no button. The channel had 982 subscribers now, and the number kept climbing as I watched.
Wait, I thought if you subscribe, then they follow you. I thought if someone else subscribed, then they leave you alone and follow that person.
I guess not. That night, I stayed awake. Every creak of my apartment building made me jump. Around 3 a.m., I heard my front door open. I lived alone and had the deadbolt locked. But I heard footsteps in my hallway. Slow, deliberate steps getting closer to my bedroom. I grabbed a baseball bat and creeped to the door. The footsteps stopped right outside. I could see shadows moving under the door crack. Then I heard a sound that made my blood freeze. The soft click of a camera shutter. When I finally worked up the courage to open the door, the hallway was empty. But there was a note on the floor. Thank you for subscribing. Current count 991. The next morning there was another video. Bedroom, night 4. It showed me cowering behind my door while transparent figures walked through my apartment, taking pictures with old-fashioned cameras that made no sounds. In the video, the figures looked right at the hidden camera and smiled. I tried everything. I deleted my YouTube account, but somehow I was still subscribed. I contacted YouTube support, but they said no channel by that name existed. I even went to the police, but how do you explain that a YouTube channel is haunting your apartment?
You show them the evidence?
Yeah, but I think, like...
As soon as he shows it, it disappears?
Probably. Remember when he clicked it, the video, when he clicks subscribe, the whole page disappeared.
Yeah, but then it reappeared to show him doing all this stuff.
Right, but then if he's going to go to the cops, it's probably just going to disappear. The subscriber count hit 999 yesterday.
So since it's 666 upside down, can you choose somebody else?
I guess not. As I'm writing this, I can see them clearly now. They're not trying to hide anymore. There's a little girl in a Victorian dress standing in my kitchen, her head tilted at an impossible angle.
You know what? Just search them now.
They're ghosts. You think you got a ghost gun with ghost bullets?
They call Ghostbusters. I don't know.
Yeah, you might as well call Ghostbusters.
Who you gonna call?
A man in a suit from the 1940s is sitting in my armchair reading a newspaper with no words. Something that might have once been human is crawling across my ceiling, leaving wet marks.
Can y'all at least pay rent?
They're all watching me, waiting. My phone just buzzed. New notification. Watching You 24/7 has uploaded a new video, live stream, the 100th subscriber special. The thumbnail shows me right now typing a story. Behind
1,000 subscribers though.
I'm sorry, what did I say?
100.
Okay, 1,000. Behind me, barely visible, are a dozen pale faces crowding into frame. The subscriber count is at 999. I can hear something breathing behind me, but I'm afraid to turn around. I'm afraid to stop typing. As long as I keep writing, maybe I can delay whatever happens when the counter hits 1,000. But my hands are getting tired and the breathing is getting louder. If you're reading this, please don't look for the channel. Don't let curiosity get the better of you like it did me. And if you somehow find it anyway, if you see the black thumbnail with the white text, don't subscribe. Please don't subscribe. The counter just hit 1,000. They're coming closer now. The camera is rolling. Welcome to the show.
Well, the thing is, he said don't subscribe because when he's subscribed, they're following him. But if he's the only content they have...
Maybe the other subscribers aren't like alive. Maybe like
dead people have dead YouTube.
Yeah, he's the alive.
He just happened to click it.
He's the alive subscriber, and they're like, finally, we have one to like join our club, and now they're gonna make him join.
But they were watching someone before then.
Yeah, somebody in old furniture and stuff like that. So I'm thinking it's a different decade.
And like he died, and now I don't understand.
They captured him. Maybe it's the guy from 1940s reading the newspaper with no words.
And then he should feel my pain, and he should be like, wait a minute, 1940s, how did you subscribe?
You're right, huh?
Why?
You subscribe by getting the newspaper.
That's why I'm like, wait a minute, you can't subscribe.
I guess newspaper subscriptions is what happened to him. I don't know.
YouTube wasn't even back then.
The next one was 24 days ago, and it's from Gamal Frank. And it says, my dad spent 15 years tending to the tree in our backyard. I just cut it down and I don't think it was a tree. I don't know where else to turn. I can't talk to my mom about this. She's already a wreck. I can't talk to my dad because, well, he's the reason I'm writing this. I did something and I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was saving him, but now the house is filled with silence. That is so much worse than the screaming I wish I could hear. And I see the look in my father's eyes and I know I've made a terrible, terrible mistake. I need help. I need someone to tell me I need to do.
What I need to do?
Yeah, I think they meant to say what I need to do. We live in a nice house, the kind of place people move to when they want a family. A big yard, a picket fence, flower beds my mom fusses over. It was a normal, happy place to grow up until the tree.
Until that darn tree.
It all started about 15 years ago. I was 10. My dad came home from work one day, absolutely buzzing with energy I rarely seen. He was a quiet man, a decent man, worked a steady job in logistics, and his passions were small and manageable. He loved gardening. It was his escape. On this day, he was holding a small, wrinkled paper bag. "Look at this," he said, his eyes shining as he showed me a single gnarled black seed. It was the size of a pigeon's egg. Whoa, that's crazy. Strangely heavy and covered in a faint spiral pattern. Got it from a street vendor downtown. An old fella said it was special, said it could grow into a great tree, a king in our yard. He said it would cast a shadow over the whole house and protect us. I was 10. I thought it was cool. My dad was a sane, rational man, but he always got a bit poetic when he talked about his garden. I just figured he was exaggerating to make his only kid excited. We planted it together in the center of the backyard. It was a good memory, one of the last purely good ones, I think. The tree grew, and it grew fast, faster than any tree has a right to grow. Then a couple of years, it was already taller than me. My dad was ecstatic. He tended to it like it was some kind of deity. He built a small, neat wooden fence around its base, not to keep any animals out, but it seemed to designate its space was sacred. No one else was allowed to water it. No one else was allowed to prune it. Not that it ever seemed to need it. It was his. For years, my mother and I just accepted it. It was Dad's hobby, his thing. When he was out in the yard kneeling by the tree, we knew that was his time. We didn't interfere. We didn't think much of it. But then the tree kept growing, and as it grew, my dad started to change. Subtly at first, he spent more and more time out there. He'd come in for dinner with dirt under his fingernails and a distant, peaceful look on his face. He started talking about the tree, not as a plant, but as a presence. "The tree is well today," he said. "It enjoyed the rain." We'd just smile and nod. I'm sorry, if my dad was talking to me about the tree like that, I'd be like, so do you just love this tree more than you love us?
Probably.
By the time I was in my early 20s, the tree was a monster. It was a species none of us recognized. Its bark was smooth, dark gray, almost black, and its leaves were a deep, waxy green that seemed to drink the sunlight. It towered over our 2-story house, casting a vast, profound shadow over the entire backyard for most of the day. And that's when we really started to notice the wrongness. The first sign was the other plants. My mom's prize-winning roses, the vegetable patch, the cheerful little flowers she planted every spring, and anything that fell under this tree's shadow for more than a few hours a day would wither and die. The soil beneath it became barren, gray, hard as a rock. And then the animals. Birds stopped nesting in our yard. The squirrels that used to chase each other across the lawn vanished. Even our family dog, a golden retriever, would refuse to go into the backyard. He would stand at the back door whining, his tail tucked between his legs, refusing to set a single paw in the shadow. But the worst change was in my father. His obsession became his entire existence. He quit his job. He said he needed to be home to attend to the tree. He spent all day from sunrise to sunset sitting on a small bench that he built directly under its densest branches. He just sat there. Sometimes we'd see him from the kitchen window, his head tilted as if he were listening to something. Sometimes his lips would move, and we knew with certainty that made us sick, that he was talking to it. My mom and I tried to reach him. We pleaded, we begged. "Honey, please," my mom would say, her voice breaking. "Come inside, eat something, you look so thin." He'd just shake his head, a slow, placid smile on his face. "I'm not hungry, the shadow is enough. It's so peaceful here. It comforts me. It can comfort you too, if you just come and sit with me." No, I'm good. I need a suntan. No, thank you. We never did. There was something about that shadow. It wasn't just the lack of light. It felt cold. It felt heavy. It felt hungry. Standing at the edge of it felt like standing at the shore of a deep, dark ocean. You knew you shouldn't step in. You know what? But them intrusive thoughts, man, they be like, jump in that ocean. The last weeks were the breaking point. He stopped coming inside at all, except to sleep in his chair in the living room for a few fitful hours. He was wasting away. His skin was pale and waxy. His eyes were sunken, and they had held a serene, faint glow that terrified me more than any anger could have. He became consumed. The tree was eating him alive. He was letting it. I decided I had to do something. I had to save him. The tree had to go. I waited until night, and I watched through the window until he finally, reluctantly came inside and slumped into his armchair, falling into his usual restless sleep. The house was silent. My mom was asleep upstairs. This was my chance. I grabbed the heavy wood splitting axe from the garage. My hands were sweating, my heart pounding a frantic, terrified rhythm against my ribs. I stepped out the back door. The yard was bathed in pale ether light of the moon, but the ground beneath the tree was a pit of absolute blackness. I stepped into the shadow. The cold was immediately shocking. It wasn't a natural cold. It was a deep, draining cold that seemed to pull the warmth directly from my bones. I walked to the base of the tree, and its smooth, black bark felt strangely slick to the touch, almost like skin. I raised the axe. As the metalhead touched the bark, I heard it. A whisper right beside my ear, a voice that was both male and female, old and young. It was a rustle of leaves and a sigh of wind and a voice all at once. Don't.
I just want to know what that sounds like. How you old, young, male, female, like, you know what you should have said? Those 4 different voices that called out.
Well, 4 different voices didn't. Only one voice called out.
But, like, it could be like legion, we are many, kind of like that kind of thing, you know?
I guess, but she's just saying one. Like, if the legion, we are many, is like multiple voices saying
coming
the same.
Together.
Yeah,
I think that'd be scarier.
I don't know what this voice, whatever this voice is, they can determine what sex or age it was. I stumbled back, my heart seizing in my chest. I looked around wildly. The yard was empty. I had to have imagined it. It was the wind. It was my own fear talking back to me. It had to be. I steeled myself, spat on my hands, and swung the axe with all my might.
But why people spit on the hands? I feel like that makes it more like slippery.
I don't know.
You swing.
I don't spit on my hands, so I don't know. The sound was dull, wet, not sharp crack of the axe on the wood I was expecting. It felt like hitting a side of beef. The axe bit deep into the trunk. I wrenched it free, and a dark liquid, black in the moonlight, began to ooze from the gash. I ignored it. I swung again, and again, and again. I fell into a frantic, desperate rhythm, sweat pouring down my face, my muscles screaming, the wet, fleshy thud of the axe, the splatter of the dark sap, the deep, draining cold of the shadow. It was a nightmare. With every swing, the ooze from the gash flowed more freely. The coppery, metallic smell of it filled the air. It was a smell I knew, a smell that had no business being here. It was the smell of blood. I touched the sticky liquid with my fingers, brought them to my nose. It was blood. Thick, dark, real blood. Panic, stark and absolute, seized me. I wanted to run. I wanted to drop the axe and flee and never look back. But then I thought of my father, of his vacant, smiling face, of him wasting away on his bench. I couldn't stop. I had to finish it.
We need to talk to that person who sold him the
right,
seeds.
Yo, but it's been 15 years? Like, who knows where they are now?
Beat his butt.
I screamed, a raw, wordless sound of rage and fear. And I put everything I had into the last few swings. The gash widened, the tree groaned, a deep shudder sound that seemed to shake the very ground. And then, with a final tearing, a shriek of splinting matter, it fell. It crashed into the yard with a ground-shaking boom. Its great branches shattered my mom's empty flower pots. Silence. The shadow was gone. I was panting, leaning on the axe, my body trembling with exhaustion and adrenaline. My eyes were drawn to the stump, to the place where I had cut it. I pulled the small flashlight from my back pocket and aimed the beam at the wound. Inside the tree wasn't wood. It was a chaotic, fibrous mass of what looked like dark red muscle and pale, glistening sinew, as woven around a central, horrifying core. Where I had cut the tree in half, I had also cut it in half. Embedded in the center of the trunk, integrated into its very being, was the torso of a human being. Oh, that's weird. Like, I don't know.
This whole tree is weird.
It's making me uncomfortable. I could see the curve of a rib cage, the shape of the spine, the pale rubbery look of preserved flesh. I had cut it clean through. The dark blood was still pouring from it, soaking into the ground. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. My mind simply stopped. What was this? Who was this? Was this what my father had been talking to? Burn it. The voice came from behind me. It was quiet, raspy, and broken. I spun around, my flashlight beam cutting wildly through the darkness. My father was standing at the edge of the patio. He wasn't looking at me. He was staring at the fallen tree, at the mangled, bleeding stump. And the expression on his face, it was the most profound, gut-wrenching sadness I had ever witnessed. The vacant serenity was gone, replaced by a grief so deep it looked like it had cracked his very soul. "Dad," I whispered. "We have to burn it," he repeated, his voice hollow. "All of it now." We worked together in a grim, silent ritual. We hacked the branches and the great trunk into manageable pieces. We dragged them into the pile in the center of the yard. My father moved like an old man, his newfound clarity costing him all his strength. He never once looked at the horrifying thing at the heart of the trunk. We doused the pile in gasoline, and my father threw the match. The fire went up with a roar, a greasy black smoke that smelled of burning meat and something else, something acrid and deeply wrong. We stood there for hours watching it burn until the great tree that had dominated our lives was nothing but a pile of glowing embers and a scorched black circle on the lawn. I thought I had saved him. I thought I had cut out the cancer that was killing him, but I was wrong. It has been a week. The tree is gone. The shadow's gone. My father, he's inside. He eats what my mom puts in front of him. He sleeps in his own bed. He's physically present, but he's not here. The obsession is gone, but the peace, twisted as it was, is gone too. It has been replaced with a constant humming anxiety. He paces the house. He stares out the window at the empty space in the yard. He jumps at every unexpected sound. He doesn't speak, not a single word since that night. He just looks at me sometimes with those haunted, broken eyes, and I feel like I'm the monster. I destroyed the thing that was consuming him, and in doing so, I seem to have destroyed him too. I traded a smiling zombie for a silent, terrified ghost. What was that thing? What did I do? And how do I fix my dad? Is there any way to bring him back from whatever edge I pushed him over? Please, if anyone has any idea what happened here, tell me. The silence in his house is getting louder every day.
Well, what did you learn?
Do not buy creepy looking seeds from people downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird. Ew, like I'm just imagining a tree that's like fleshy.
A flesh tree.
Like ew, like the thought of like the muscles and all that like intricate of the like parts of the body, the rib cage.
It'd be creepy if like his fruit was like hearts and livers and stuff
or
like that.
Or if his fruit was like eyes or something. So yeah, that story's creepy. That story's weird, but it does give creepypasta vibes though.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know what I would do. So yeah, I don't know what I would do because like your dad is gone. Like either way, your dad is gone. Like with the tree alive, he was just consumed by it.
We need to find that merchant and beat the crap out of him. Like really,
You're about
man?
to get jumped, homie.
Yeah, no, these were scary to me. Like they're like good stories. Like they're kind of like stories you tell in the dark.
Yeah,
scary stories you tell in the dark.
That's what creepypastas are, though. You know, like the 4-hour tape, the no end house, the Russian sleep experiment. They're all They have like a sense of eerie creepiness. But they don't scare me. The rake scares me, but that's not right.
Well, that's because he's just creepy looking.
Yeah, that thing is scary. Well, you've made it to the end.
You must really like the sounds of our high-pitched voices and quirky commentary.
You might as well like and subscribe to our channel and hit that bell to be notified every time we drop new content. If you want to follow our social medias, they will be linked in the description box below.
Bye!
Bye, you guys!
Subscribe, but don't subscribe to the channel we were talking about.
Yeah, don't subscribe to that.
But you subscribe to us. We won't stalk you.